Hey there. This is an issue of 17 magazine from June 1994. And I have held on to this for that long because it had the best pizza sauce recipe in the world. I absolutely loved this pizza sauce, and I thought I had lost this magazine. Thought it had disappeared. I've been looking for it for like 20 years. And I was cleaning out my childhood house, and one of the very last things I found was this magazine, and it was open to this page still. It's been open to this page since 1994. And I loved this sauce recipe so much that I even at one point wrote, I think, on 17's Facebook page asking them for the recipe, but of course they ignored me. But I thought it would be fun to maybe take a look through the whole magazine, because I haven't looked at this since June 1994. And I had a subscription, so I would have gotten this in actually May 1994. And I remember because school was about to get out and I was making pizza. And that sauce, by the way, was really good on spaghetti as well. I used to make it a lot. But I'll have to try and make it again because times have changed, and it'd be interesting to see if I still thought it was as delicious as I did when I was 16 years old. Yeah, so I was 16 years old when I got this issue. And I can say I did not like this girl's outfit, and I still don't like her outfit. It looks stupid to me. Just as stupid to me as it did back in 1994. Although I really was liking the silver. Silver was becoming like kind of a thing for a little while. Shiny silver. I wanted a silver dress, but I never got one. So I'm interested in this. It's June 1994, and it says Love Online. Are they talking about the internet? Because in June 1994, I think we had just got our first computer, actually, right about that time. And but I don't know if I was online yet. I know there was America Online, but I don't think there were many people on it. I remember I was like one of the first kids in my class actually to have internet. So I'm interested in that. All right, so let's take a look inside. This hasn't changed. This still looks the same. This seems like it would be something for an older woman. It's kind of strange they're advertising it in 17. Do they even still have Miss Teen USA? That was kind of a big thing. Look at her shorts. I like her shorts. Coastal colors. That's nice. Oh my god, I loved these masks. I never tried the sunflower one, but I had the cucumber and the raspberry. There's our pizza. I wasn't really a Jonathan Brandis fan. That seems like it was something for younger girls. I don't know. I was just weird, maybe. Notes. I think someone from my school ended up in the notes of a 17 once. I can't remember. Origins was good, but I don't remember the self-tanner. I didn't use self-tanner. I like the packaging, though. I like the little sun. This takes forever to get into the magazine. There's always like all these pages. I haven't really read a magazine in a long time. Again, like these girls look like they're in their 30s. Like, I don't know. It just seems very mature looking. The packaging and the style and all that. Oh my god. I forgot about this. I wanted this perfume, but I never got it. I had a sweater like that, though. I didn't like that material. It was weird. You could get like a hole in it. I don't think we really wore eyeshadow when I was in high school. I mean, maybe some girls did, but I don't think it was like a thing. But what do I know? Mail. Oh, this is what I think someone in my school, they wrote a letter in. Not in this issue, but someone in my school had written a letter in at one point. A Mickey Mouse watch. Oh, wow. I didn't use that, but I remember the packaging. Well, by this time I wasn't using hairspray at all, but I was using Aquanet for this time period. It was more like just natural hair by 1994. Oh, now I can tell you I loved everything here. I loved everything here. Well, probably not that. I still don't like that. And sandals like that. Sunflowers. Oh my god, I loved sunflowers on everything. Why? That swimsuit is really cute. That's really cute. We didn't have a Target yet where I lived. I had no idea what Target was, actually. That's funny. Who is that? Isn't she someone, like an actress? It doesn't say, does it? She looks like someone. She's probably just some supermodel. I don't remember. This, I did not like. These colors, those were really popular. I did not like. I had some things in that purple, but yeah, that wasn't my style. Steel jeans, I don't remember that. This is reminding me of that Mariah Carey video. I can't remember which one. She's like in a field. She's wearing a cute outfit. Oh gosh. This was like the start of all this baby stuff. Well, not the start. I think we were doing that a little bit before this. I liked the baby barrettes. A lot of ads and not much for articles so far. Seems like everybody had that shirt. What is this about? Makeovers? Yeah. Look, I never smelled this. These magazines would always stink when you would get them because of all the perfume samples. Don't these girls look very old? But they just looked like my age back then. But to me, looking at them now, they look very, very old. They look like college kids and not high school kids. Oh, maybe that's like the result of the makeover doing that. I don't know. Oxyresidont, 50 cents off. That's a pretty good coupon. I don't remember that stuff. Beauty Buzz. Party proof your prom. Nair. Sea Breeze. I remember that being really strong. I think I had the little pads. Never swim on a full stomach. Cigarettes bite. In the movie Reality Bites. Huh. The Toys of Summer. That's an outfit I would have worn. Is it time to talk? My friends are clones. I care a ton about my friends and couldn't live without them. The problem is they're like carbon copies of each other. They dress alike, talk alike, and think alike. This bothers me because I see myself as an individual and I'm proud of that. Standing apart from the crowd doesn't freak me out. I prefer Dinosaur Jr. to Whitney Houston. An antique boutique. Antique boutique, wow, that's a mouthful, is more my style than the Gap. Also, I'm a vegetarian, so I feel like an outsider when I go shopping or even to a restaurant with my friends. Most of the time we have fun together, but sometimes I feel like I don't belong. As I said, though, they're practically my second family, so should I keep hanging with them or should I move on and find some other friends? Wow, You don't have to have everything in common with your friends. You just said they're all clones. Isn't it good to be different? I didn't read the response. So this article, I remember, was interesting to me. 10 Reasons to Rob the Cradle of Love. When it comes to boys, older doesn't always mean better. Which I didn't get, because my friend was like always interested in freshmen, and I just could not understand it, which seems silly now, but I remember reading this article trying to understand why she seemed to only like the freshmen. What are their reasons? They want you bad. You're in the driver's seat, literally. You're in the driver's seat even when you're not in the car. You're bored with every boy in your class. You have so much to teach them. You can boss them around because they're so darn cute. Total lack of prom date stress. You can act uncool with him because you can. I don't know about those reasons. Oh, what is this? Games people play. Rapper MC Light and Soap Babe Diego Serrano. Oh, I remember girls liking him, but I couldn't even tell you what soap he's from. Let me see if it says. No idea. I just remember a girl I knew liked him. Caress. I loved that soap. Bar soap. Remember bar soap? Body wash was like just about to become the really big thing. We're still really into bar soap back then. Mine, mine, mine. Is there any chance you might have the wrong attitude about boys? So far, this magazine is a lot of advertisements, makeup, and boys. You think you know somebody, and then you start dating them. Oh, these are cute outfits. Those hats. I didn't like those hats, though. Reality Bites. I think that movie had just come out. I just saw another article. Obviously, this isn't about the movie, but they're just using that for the title. I thought I had plenty to whine about in my life. Then I spent 3 weeks living with Bosnian refugees. So an actual article. Look it. Oh my god. Clearly Canadian. Oh my god. This stuff was so good. And it was like, it was kind of expensive, so I didn't get it all the time. It was like a treat. But I loved that stuff. Loved it. I don't remember. Not the strawberry. I think it was like raspberry, maybe? Really good. I'd love to have some Clearly Canadian right now. Aussie custard apple shampoo. I don't remember that. Jonathan Brandis is the #1 sexiest guy? No. I didn't think so. Who do they have? Leonardo DiCaprio, yes. Dean Cain, I would have agreed with. I didn't like Keanu Reeves back then. I didn't like Ethan Hawke. I definitely did not like Eddie Vedder. I still do not like Eddie Vedder. Luke Perry? No. Tom Cruise? No. Brendan Fraser? No. Christian Bale? I loved him. They're all actors. Well, Eddie Vedder. Kevin Campbell. Oh my god. I forgot about him. Oh, I had this. Skintimate. I think it was this one. So many ads. Marky Mark. Oh my god. How embarrassing for him. The Flintstones? I forgot that was a movie. What's It Could Happen to You? Wolf. Out of all of these, that was the one I wanted to see. It wasn't that great of a movie, but I had, like, the newspaper had, like, a full page ad for it. It was like a version of the movie poster, but it was printed on an entire, like, 2-page, and I had that hanging on my bedroom wall. Tampon troubles. I liked reading these sort of things. Biolish. I didn't know they had that back then. 10:06. I remember this. Do you desperately need to know it all? Take this quiz and see if your prying is out of control. I obviously did not take the quiz. Bar none. I don't think they make that anymore. I don't think I liked it either. Love connection. When you meet a guy online, things can get intense pretty quickly. Are you ready for love a la modem? Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. We were already talking about that in spring of '94? That's crazy. But look, just because you're communicating by computer doesn't mean you can't have a tone of voice. People who hang out online use these symbols. They'll make more sense if you look at them sideways. No offense, it's just a smiley face. Ha ha ha. Wink wink. That bites. Boo-hoo. I'm mad. Hugs. Kisses. No offense, that's weird. Let's take a look at this. That's interesting to me. Let's face it, meeting new people, specifically male people, can be a drag. After all, where are you supposed to do it? In chem lab, at the movie theater, on the way to the supermarket? Sure, stranger things have been known to happen, but they've also been known not to. This is weird. Like, okay, so I got online about this time. I can't remember exactly when. It was in '94. That was the last thing on my mind when I was in high school and the internet was brand new. Like, I just wanted to talk about, like, music or... Yeah, pretty much I was interested in, like, the groups, different, like, chat groups for bands. I wouldn't have thought of finding another kid somewhere for a love connection. At that point, that wouldn't have even crossed my mind, I don't think. That's what's sending so many people into cyberspace. No, I just wanted people to talk to about the things I liked that the people I knew didn't like. Online networks like CompuServe, Prodigy, and America Online, I had America Online, make it possible to meet new guys, actually have relaxed conversations with them, and even fall in love. You didn't really know who you were talking to, because you just had a screen name, and it was like, you know, something stupid. All without leaving the privacy and comfort of your own computer terminal. That's how Christine, a Boston University freshman, met Jared, a Penn State freshman, last fall. Wow, last fall. So they met in 1993 online. Wow. People must have given them a hard time, too, because, like, even just spending a lot of time on the computer at that point was kind of looked down upon. They were both playing Farside, an interactive computer game, and at first they communicated as characters in the game. Really? Back then. But after a few days they started talking as themselves. The couple moved to email and the telephone, and even though they've only seen each other twice in person, they're totally together. We just hit it off, says Christine. I was having problems with my boyfriend, and Jared and I talked about it. And now, well, it's not unusual for us to be talking online till 4 a.m. I know this sounds weird, but he knows everything that's going on in my life. Impressive. And all it took was a computer, a modem, a device that links your computer to millions of others via the phone line, a subscription to an online service, and of course, a little spare time or commitment to procrastination. That book report can wait another 15 minutes, can't it? I don't think I read this article when I had this magazine. But yeah, I mean, she was in college, so she probably had better access to the computer. It was my computer, was my family's computer, and to go online, it had to dial up through the house phone line, so nobody could call in or call out while someone was using the internet. So I would get yelled at if I was on the computer for more than like half an hour. If you don't already know all about hanging out online, here's how it works. The networks have a number of different features like databases, news services, and most important, social life-wise, bulletin boards and email. Yeah, bulletin boards and folders, I think they were on AOL. It's hard to remember. The bulletin boards are just the electronic version of those corkboard numbers hanging at your school. You post messages on them and others respond. Yeah. Some are just for specific and sometimes bizarre subjects like Nancy Kerrigan, why, and Tanya Harding, whack, whack, whack. Wow. So when you need advice about the loser who recently crushed your heart into 11,000 pieces, you post a message saying, broken heart, need advice on love. Then you leave your screen name, and people usually use fake names or handles, and anyone can respond, no. I don't know. Wow. I don't know who would do that. I mean, maybe some people did. I would have never asked for advice like that. Yeah, so I can remember going on these folders, groups, boards on AOL for like Nirvana or Bush or something like that. And you would post a message and your name would be on it. You weren't like leaving it. And then people would just reply to it. And if they had your name, they could send you an instant message. You could go into a chat room and chat in real time on the instant message thing. I think that was how it worked. But yeah, so if you would post it onto a folder, people would just reply, and you could check back, the next day, and there'd be replies there. If someone comments and you want to talk one-on-one, you can move your conversation to a chat board, or a private section of the network. If you hit it off, you can start a regular correspondence through email. And not only can you find new friends on the net, you can even find love or romance or something in between. Wow, it just seems strange to me that they're writing about this in '94. I think people were constantly changing their screen names, and you couldn't really know who you were talking to at this point. And people necessarily wouldn't come back who you were talking to, or they might have a different name when they did. You didn't, I remember you couldn't really keep track of anyone at first. You're just talking, basically. It happens all the time, says Elaine Hulbert, who monitors bulletin board entries on Prodigy. She's like a talk show host, a ringleader, and occasionally a censor. People do become friends, and there are lots of relationships online. You can hide behind the computer, which makes you more relaxed. Anne-Marie Battaglia, 23, from Marine Park, New York, agrees. These people are all older. She and Paul Rotgliano, 19, have been together more than a year. They originally met at a neighborhood gathering for BBSers lingo for people who use local bulletin board systems. Didn't know that. But their relationship really took off only after they started talking online. To me, it's easier than meeting in person because there are no hang-ups, no pressures. Says Anne-Marie, you can be yourself and no one's going to judge you. You don't have to worry about how you look or how tongue-tied you can be. Talking online is seductive because you actually get to think before you write, unlike face-to-face or even on the phone, where you think for hours afterwards of witty things you wished you'd said. and stupid things you wish you hadn't. On computers, there's always the delete key. Lisa Calciapriano, 15, from Woodhaven, New York, says bulletin boards give you a chance to get to know people for who they are, not what they look like. Yeah. It's an escape from everyday life, a fairly affordable escape, too. For example, I don't know about affordable, you had to pay. Let me see, have to continue to page 131. I don't want to lose our place. Wow, they're sending us to the back of the magazine here. Nope, I missed it. 34, 33, 32. Oh my gosh. Online costs $9.95 and includes 5 free hours of phone line use. It's $3.50 for each half hour after that. See, you had to connect, your phone had to connect to a server, and your server would be the closest available one. And there, at that time, there wasn't anyone near to us. So to go online was a long distance call, which is probably why I wasn't supposed to be online longer than half an hour at a time. Although there were certain times of the day when it cost less to make a long distance call. But anyways, that $9.95 was just to use the America Online. Then there was the phone bill. So yeah, this might have been why I didn't even consider at this point any kind of friendships that required lots of chatting, because it wasn't available to me. This is a relatively small price to pay for access to tons of people at any time. It's like a 7-Eleven of therapy. Can't get to sleep, log on. Hating the world, find commiseration online. There is, however, the delicate matter of how much to lay on the line. Online, since there can be an urge to go all the way or stretch the truth when protected by the quasi-anonymity of the computer connection. I once met a guy online who told me he loved me 2 days after we met, said Lisa. He said he was really rich with a few cars and that he got his money from his grandmother. However, when they met, this is F2F, computer lingo for face-to-face, he was a geek, a liar, and always broke. There's no way I would consider him to be my boyfriend. Wow. Well, he did lie. Love online has other pitfalls, too. When it's just you and a guy with only a computer screen between you, things can seem to get pretty intimate pretty quickly. But you may not actually be as close as you feel. You don't really know what the person is like in real life, and meeting away from the warm glow of the computer monitor can be jarring, especially when you consider that you've already spilled your guts to this relative stranger online. Oh, we're almost done. I thought it was going to be this whole page. My voice. Then again, love never comes with any guarantees in cyber life or real life, but that doesn't mean it's not worth taking a chance or two. January Dunn, 17, from New York, met a guy last summer on America Online. It turned out he lived a town away from her dad in New Jersey, so when she and a friend went to visit a few weeks later, they met up with the online guy and his friend. Her dad, of course, gave the guys the 3rd degree before they went out. Better to play it safe, you know. We went out for dinner, went to the mall, and watched TV at my dad's until 2. We liked them, but not like boyfriends, January said. Things didn't work out romantically, but he's still a nice guy. And having another nice guy in your life isn't such a bad thing after all. So what if he's not your boyfriend? Bite back. 17's email address is 17m@aol.com. We want to hear from you. Interesting. I didn't even know they had an email. I didn't even consider writing them. And like I said, I don't even think I read this. Or if I did, it didn't really have any impact on me. I probably looked at this, but didn't bother to read that. Girl-powered zines. A super soaker. Trendorama. Homemade applique jeans. Blech. Tells us that guys, riot boys, are wearing little barrettes in their hair. Really? Not at my school they didn't. It's interesting. Peace yo is the gathering, is the greeting of choice in Easton, Connecticut. Yeah, I think some kids said that. Black biker shorts and gray t-shirts bearing their bulldog mascot. That's very specific. Pantene. Look at how short her shirt is. I remember this daisy thing. I liked stuff with that daisy trim. I would not have worn a shirt that short, but I liked the little baby t-shirts with the lettuce edges. I loved this, I can tell you. Anything like oceany, like natural like this, I loved when I was in high school. She has a silvery dress. I would have liked that. What's that color combination again? Did not like that. Interesting. This is what I would have done. I would have just not even really read this. Just look at the pictures. Keep flipping. Here we go. Those like daisy trim. I got that trim to add. Well, maybe that's what they meant when they said jeans with appliques, because I got that trim to put on the pockets of my jeans. Those stupid hats. Is that, what's her name? She's an actress. Does it say? Jessica something. I can't think of her name. This looks silly. It looks like a JCPenney ad. What a stupid sunflower. I would not have worn a sunflower like that. What's this? Oh, virginity. Just do it. Just don't. When it comes to you and sex, everyone seems to have an opinion. I probably read that. I don't remember. A Great Escape. So all the articles are like at the back. I remember that. It was annoying. You had to flip through all this garbage to get to the actual articles. What's this? Ever since Diane's father left, her mother had been shopping for a replacement. Oh, so yeah, they had fiction. I wasn't too into the fiction. And we're coming to the messed up page, because this is the pizza page. So I did the dough and I did the pizza sauce. I remember the pizza was but the sauce was incredible. Snack attack. The winning look for the 90s is all about style, self-assurance, and personality. Oh, so this is how much it cost to have a subscription. $14.95. Someone gave me mine as a gift. What was the cover price? $250 for this? Oh my god. Huh. That's pretty inexpensive. $250. Even back then, that seems like that wouldn't have been that much. These goofy ads. Overweight. Girls feel great. Lose weight. There's all these like things for weight loss. Lose weight and have fun this summer. Yeah, I wanted to go to summer camp. Probably not that year because I was probably too old by then, but it was always like these weight loss camps and not actual summer camps. Wild boys. Win a date with a gorgeous wild boy? What? For rings, mood rings. This was like in every magazine. Stronger, thicker, longer hair. This girl. My whole teenage life, this ad was like in every magazine. Poetry contest, I entered that. It was a scam. Bongo. I remember those jeans. I liked Bongo. Oh, the horoscope. I always read this. So this was me. You usually like to lie low, pondering the big questions in life, like why don't girls get to play basketball? But you really start to live a little by taking a road trip with a zany friend or dating, gasp, a younger guy. I probably read that. I was like, wait, we just read that article. Crabs' lives are usually cloaked in more secrecy than the Neverland Ranch. By the 21st, though, you feel an irresistible urge to confide in a friend. And then I wouldn't have read anybody else's. Logo motion. When my date drinks, I go home with another man. Secret. And that's that. That was June 1994.